Hey guys, this is UFC fighter Ashley Evans Smith. You're listening to Split Decision out of the 209.
What's up, MMA Maniacs? It's time once again for another episode of your weekly MMA podcast called Split Decision, brought to you from the Ruloff Family Inc. studios. It is Bueller and Dodge at the mics once again to bring you the news of the MMA world, also break down some fight cards that happened over the previous weeks. Don't have any big fight cards coming up again until April 10th, so nothing to preview this week, but plenty to go over anyway. Big thanks to StrongboardBalance.com for being our sponsor and giving away strongboards as well. Check them out on Instagram or their website, StrongboardBalance.com. Change the way you work out. Get on board. Strongboard. Also, our second home, which is MyMMAnews.com. Hit them up for your news that's breaking throughout the week, because, of course, we only do this once a week. They do it 24/7. So check them out. Again, MyMMAnews.com. Tell your friends to find us on Spreaker, Stitcher, SoundCloud, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and, of course, our website, SplitDecisionMMA.com. And if you want to follow us on Instagram and Twitter, it's SD_MMA. And on Facebook, throw us a like. It is Split Decision MMA Podcast. With that all said and done, thank you for tuning in. I literally just rolled off the couch from a nap.
That's crazy. You just woke up. He's over there jacked on juice.
Juicy juice. No, I don't want it juice.
Juicy juice.
I did juicy juice.
It is 30% juice, 100% monster.
Oh, man. I might have to get something like that on the way home. Got a long day ahead of me, man. I don't know why I passed out. I don't know why. We got back from lunch. I rolled over and just done cakes. Happy birthday to our producer, Dennis.
Yay! You old fuck.
Turned 50 this week.
Doesn't look a day over 49, though.
Thank you.
Send him a subscription to AARP.
Yeah.
If you don't mind. You can send it out over here. And
it's baby urine. I keeps my complexion.
Baby urine.
Baby urine.
Gets it fresh.
Keeps you fresh.
Gets it fresh on the daily. When you have a newborn child, they will pee on your face when you change their diaper.
Yeah.
It just happens like
Stiff wind.
So jumping into, I guess, some MMA news here.
UFC Fight Night 89.
89 in
Ottawa, Canada.
Ottawa.
Of course, we're going to load it up with some Canadian stars.
Of course, why not?
Donald Cerrone going to be fighting Patrick Cote June 18th.
That's a weird matchup.
Well, since Donald Cerrone's now in the 170-pound division and Patrick Cote is now in the 170-pound division.
Why not?
Why not?
Am I the only one that feels sorry for Cote?
Going into this fight?
Yeah.
Nah, because he only fights twice a year anyway.
I know, but Cerrone's going to kill him.
Maybe.
You don't think Cote's boxing's not bad? It's pretty good.
No, Cote's boxing's great. Cerrone's going to win the fight.
He literally looks like molasses in December.
Did Cerrone just came off a loss though, right?
No.
Let's see. No, I thought he just won. Alex Oliveira just beat the other cowboy for the
Remember?
cowboy name.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. We can't even call him Cerrone. We got to call him Cowboy.
Officially.
He is the official cowboy.
He's official cowboy.
There's no other name but Cowboy.
Just
That's
Cowboy.
it.
Cowboy against Cote.
When is 89?
June.
June. All right. Michael
Bisping talking about he deserves the next title shot at middleweight.
KO'd Bisping.
What do you? He's like, I just beat Anderson Silva. I think it sells itself. I've won 4 out of 5.
But you didn't really beat Anderson Silva. Whatever.
He did not win.
Whatever.
Let's look at the rankings.
This guy's on TV and he's ridiculous.
It's all about him the entire time.
Dude, like even they're talking to Nate the other day and he's like,
what about me?
Yeah,
what about me?
He goes, maybe
I'm not good enough.
He goes, when your brother comes back, maybe me and your brother should fight.
Yeah.
And like Nate's like just trying not to laugh in his face. Like, I don't think so. My brother wants to fight a big guy.
He even told me, he said, my brother wants to fight like pound for pound best in the world.
Yeah.
Like to his face. And Bisping's like, that's me.
That's
He's
me.
just like, no, he wants like the payday fights, like the big money fights.
Yeah.
Well, that's not me. And he's like,
Yeah, not the one-eyed Terminator fight. No,
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you get some money over there in the UK, but I don't think the 209 gets as much of a draw in the UK.
I mean, to his credit, he is the number 4 middleweight according to the UFC rankings. Just under Vitor Belfort, Jacare Souza, and Chris Weidman.
Wow.
3 guys maybe he should fight before he gets a title shot. Just saying.
These look like 3 guys that would kick his ass.
Vitor Belfort did kick his ass.
Like
even though he was on the TRT.
Would do it again. Would do it again.
I just see, just like we know Anderson Silva kicked his ass. Machida could kick his ass. Whitaker could kick his ass. Masasi could kick his ass. Tim Kennedy hasn't even been training. Could probably come in on a moment's notice, kick his ass. Kennedy's been chasing Nazis.
And ISIS.
No, ISIS has been chasing him. He's been getting threatened by ISIS.
He says he doesn't care though.
He's been getting threatened by ISIS.
Oh yeah,
apparently on Twitter because he
Is that
called
right?
out ISIS on Twitter.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, hats off to that Russian guy who was pinned down by ISIS and called out an airstrike on himself.
Yeah.
Right?
You will go down in history, sir. Hats off to you.
Bigger than Rudolph.
I don't know. I don't think that Bisping gets a title shot. I've always been a big proponent for Bisping to get a title shot. I don't think he gets it now.
I mean,
I'll give him a title.
he lost to
Fucking
Tim Kennedy.
dick.
You know what I mean?
It's his title.
Here's what he needs. You know what he needs? He needs one more fight, then a title shot.
always gets that one more.
How about another fucking eye? Needs another eye.
Maybe somebody will knock his eye straight.
That's hilarious.
Maybe. I tell you, my grandpa for the longest time, his eye looked somewhere else. And then I brought him to my house one time and he tripped, stumbled across the garage, slammed his head in the garage door, and his eye was straight for like 3 months after that. Could happen.
Good job.
Good job.
We thought he was dead. But. Kimbo Slice and Shamrock.
We guys talked about this last week while I was gone, that how they both tested positive for something.
For performance enhancing that did not enhance their performance.
Come to find out, they both tested positive for steroids.
And an opioid, right?
Well, yeah, and Ken Shamrock also tested positive for methadone.
Methadone? What?
Yep.
Oh, for pain?
Or allegedly.
Allegedly.
You know, there was a lot of people who were watching it. It's just some of the way he was acting and...
He was acting weird? Yeah, he was acting weird. That explains why it took so long for the hit to the nuts to register.
Right.
Because that was the longest registration I've ever seen.
Hey, that girl that sings for him, is she related to him?
Who?
There's a big song before he came in. Some girl sang live. You didn't really pay attention.
No. Was it Sinead O'Connor again?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Was it a dude?
Was
No.
it a ladyboy? Maybe.
I thought it was a dude last time. So
Call in with any answers. If you have the answers, call in.
Call. Hello.
Randy Couture was down in Cancun getting ready to work on the movie Bruja.
Right.
When a minivan went off the road, rolled over twice into the jungle. He jumped out of his taxi and helped everyone out of the car.
Way to go, Couture.
He didn't even have to change in a phone booth?
Nope.
That's nice.
He had his Captain America outfit with him.
He had it on.
Perfect. This is what you do when you're always in shape.
It would be hilarious if he did strip down to at least like a banana hammock. It was just like, don't worry, I'm a professional.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Did he have to lift the van up or anything?
He said he thought that everyone would be dead inside, but he was able to pull all 6 people out, and they were just okay.
Just okay. Perfect. I would have just been looking like, damn, that sucks.
Put this on Snapchat.
Yeah. Hey, man, I call someone. They'll be here when they can. I would come down there into the jungle, but you can tell that I wouldn't be able to get my ass back up here. So I'm gonna stay right. I'll watch from here. You want me to throw you some peanuts? I got some peanuts. I'll toss them down to you.
I like that like on the World Star where like someone's getting their ass beat and the guy holding the
Cat Williams.
No, someone said, that is hilarious. Are you stronger than a 7th grader?
My
Apparently
thing
not.
is, okay, whoa. Can we talk about that for just one quick second?
But let me finish about the World Star thing. Is these guys are watching someone get their ass beat, and every once in a while you hear somebody should help this guy. Yeah, you, the guy holding the fucking camera.
He's busy yelling World Star.
I know. Okay, now back to the cat.
Cat Williams. My thing is they said that he was a 7th grader, but they also said that the kid was 15. Bro, I was 15 as a freshman, so that means that kid got held back. He's going to graduate when he's 21.
That is not the point.
This is true. And he was also way bigger than Cat Williams.
Right?
And the kid was being a dick to Cat Williams, and Cat Williams was just trying to coach a soccer game. Yeah. He kept running his mouth. Cat Williams got sick of his shit.
Yeah.
Threw a really...
And I got to give it to Cat Williams. That was a solid jab.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough to do anything.
But it was enough to shut him up.
Yeah.
That left, it was enough to put him in a rear naked choke, too. Real shit. It was more like a head and arm, and it was really bad executed.
It was really bad executed. I mean, he did have the hooks in, though.
Yeah. Yeah, he's obviously been
I
watching.
like how he sits there and tries to talk it out. Let me catch my breath.
Is that your boy? That ain't your boy. Is that your boy? Please tell me this ain't your boy. Please tell me this ain't your boy. Speaking of which, there was a fight also online where, going back to what you were talking about, where these two women are fighting, and they ain't wearing no panties. They're wearing skirts.
Oh, yeah.
No panties. and the guy waits until he finally gets enough upskirt shots. Like their skirts get pulled up basically all the way up. You see everything.
Oh yeah,
every single thing that they have to offer. You see it all, and then finally after he gets it all on video, he's like, "All right, girls, y'all need to stop now."
Oh yeah. One girl's hollow like the German tunnel, bro. It's not even. Like you can't even push it back together. I think those are his girls though.
They might be. No. It was the other guy's girls who was in the car.
But you know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I think they was working.
All right, girls, stop it. Come on.
Stop it. Come on, you guys. We got a place to go.
Did it look like that?
It kind of did.
Yeah. I can't.
One of them did.
I can't make money on bruised merchandise. Even though one of you appear to be really beat up, I don't mean in the face.
Sometimes you can make extra money on bruised merchandise. It depends on what your clients are into.
We don't condone that.
We don't condone it, but hey, obviously she can take it.
Yep.
$50.
50.
I'm going to hell.
Bellator featherweight champion Daniel Strauss, over his recent win over Patricio Freire, won unanimous decision in that fight. Bellator 145 back in November. Had to have hand surgery. He broke his left hand. It now contains a titanium plate and 6 screws.
Nice.
He put the whole thing up on Instagram. You can watch this nice surgery on his hand.
Yeah. That's sexy right there.
Yeah.
So is that just gonna stay in there?
Yeah.
So now he's just gonna have a titanium plate? That's cool.
You're going to have a titanium plate.
That's all right. No problem.
That's a drill. Oh, dude.
That's good times.
Oh.
It's like, it reminds me of that time that I broke my thumb breakdancing. I was doing Russian kicks. And
Did you win? Was it
I totally lost the battle.
Oh.
Totally lost it. Just pow, and I went down. And they had to put a screw in there, like 17 stitches, metal wire.
All right.
It was Russian kicks, man.
Russian kicks.
Never forget.
Monday, Edgar Garcia announced on the Underground that he was released by the UFC.
With his 0-2 Octagon career.
I looked at Dennis immediately and I was like, who's Edgar Garcia?
What was that?
Does anybody remember Edgar Garcia?
Yeah, we looked it up. He's substantial.
And then it was funny because he's like, well, why is this newsworthy? I was like, whoa. It's not like news picked it up. It's he told the Underground, hey, by the way, I've been released. If any of y'all were wondering where I've been.
Somebody put this out there. Maybe Bellator will call me, please. Bellator.
Well, because my big question was the way that they put it out is they put it like he was 0-2. And I'm like, why do they need to let us know that somebody who was 0-2 was let go? It's like most people go 0-2 in the UFC. It's like
never hear from them again.
I'm just taking my raps and I'm going home.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. Please, nobody bring it up. Don't even bring it up. Just let me walk away.
No, it's when you bring that up 10 years later, like, oh yeah, no, I fought in the UFC for a minute.
Yeah, because
wasn't my thing.
Like Herb Dean, remember? He didn't fight in the UFC, but he's like 2-3.
Right.
Yeah, it just wasn't my thing. Didn't work out.
Yeah, you always got that dick when you're trying to leave without making any. Hey, Ronnie, where you going? Oh, there goes poor Ronnie, man. He didn't make it. 0-2. 0-2 Ronnie. Bye.
0-2 Ronnie. Call him Ronnie the Goose Egg.
Khabib Nurmagomedov was not impressed with his UFC EA Sports 2 character.
More his celebration.
Yeah, more his celebration. So what had happened was... Is in his celebration, after he wins a fight in the game, he does like a cross.
Yeah.
It's basically like a Catholic, Father, Son, Holy Spirit kind of action going on. And he was upset because he says, I'm Muslim.
Right.
I won't do that. Can you at least change it to something else? And they said that that's going to be changed in the next update, by the way.
Initially, it was there was a gif of him jumping up on the stage and then pointing up to the heavens.
Oh.
That people were like, why is this a big deal? Muslims were like, I point to the heavens when I'm talking about Allah and blah, blah, blah.
Wait, why didn't they use that one?
And then, well, this is the Catholic thing that he does is after he wins.
Right.
So when they announce the victory, I should say. So he does initially after if he gets a walk-off KO or something, he'll run over and he'll jump on top of the cage and point to the sky. But then he does the Catholic cross thing.
Right there.
Yeah. So the UFC's changing it. Or the game.
Yeah, the game. Yeah, they said it will be in the next update. They deeply apologized. Yeah. They didn't want to offend anybody.
There was a lot of stuff on the internet about it. Like, well, maybe they should make it to where you say Allah Akbar and blow up after you win. Wow. Maybe they should.
We did not say that.
No. I'm just saying what I saw online. There
Let it hate on
views
Reddit.
Of other people.
And one guy said maybe they should deactivate your character during Ramadan. Wow. But this is the internet.
Wow. This is the internet.
That's not funny, but
This is
it's
the
funny.
internet.
I didn't make that stuff up. I'm just reporting what I read online.
Little prayer mat before he goes in.
Oh, man. I didn't read that one.
World Series of Fighting has a new chief operating officer.
COO.
COO Michael Mersch.
Michael Mersch. All right. So what does he bring to the table?
He worked for the UFC from 2007 to 2015
Oh,
as
okay.
the assistant general counsel.
Got it.
And then he was also senior vice president of business and legal affairs. He did serve as a general counsel for the Nevada Attorney General's office. He is now going to be the COO of World Series of Fighting.
Well, maybe that'll help the World Series of Fighting out a bit with that kind of experience.
What do you think of the new logo?
I don't like it.
I think it's better than the WMMA thing they had.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I think maybe, I don't know. I don't know.
And they I don't know if you were going to cover it, but they also expanded into Puerto Rico and Italy.
Yep.
Is that something that maybe this guy brought in?
I think they were planning on that beforehand.
What do you mean they expanded into Puerto Rico and Italy?
They're going to start doing shows.
They're going to start doing shows, yeah. Because Italy hasn't. Remember, we had a couple Italian people that have been writing to our site. They don't have a lot of MMA in Italy. It's not allowed or something.
You just got Alessio Sakara, right?
Well, it's not. It's true.
Right? That's it? That's the only guy?
It's not allowed in France, right? Or at least in Paris.
Something like that, yeah. Let's see what else we have going on here. We have... Oh, yeah, did you guys see this jackass on Facebook? This video got passed around a lot this week.
Okay. So there's a video of the guy who was beating up on a teenage kid.
Yep.
People were turning him out, or turning him in to be a mixed martial artist by the name of...
Yeah, his name is Tony Kojokaro. Kojokaru.
Kojikaru. Yeah, I'll go with Kojikaru.
Jokaru.
He's not an MMA fighter?
Absolutely not.
No.
Every single MMA site has looked up. I mean, Sherdog's looked it up. Every database of mixed martial artists, even the amateur ones, have not found a single fight from this guy.
But he did say he trains UFC, bro.
Yeah. They said if you look through his Facebook images, he desperately wants to be a fighter. He hashtags all the time, and he is a personal trainer, freelance personal trainer, mind you. Doesn't even have an actual job. He has an interest in MMA, UFC, Bellator, Jeet Kune Do, which he can't spell, boxing, kickboxing, karate, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and Muay Thai.
If you take the beard off him, he looks like Byron.
A little bit.
A little bit, Byron.
Yeah. Byron ain't that buff.
Well,
though.
with muscles.
Yeah, it's Byron with muscles.
It has been reported to the West Deptford Police Department, which is apparently where it's taking place, and they are looking into it.
They're looking into it. See, I've read all kinds of stuff online about this. I'm glad that he's not an actual mixed martial artist. Just wishes he was. Freaking wannabe.
Yeah.
But I've also heard that like the police have already spoke with them, and then they kind of did a catch and release thing on it, which I don't know if that's true or not.
Did they weigh him?
They were close enough in weight to make it an actual fight.
No, you said catch and release. You know, like bats or some shit.
Tagged him. Put
No,
him
this
back out
one's
in the
about
wild.
225.
They gave him the tag.
Tagged his ear. Threw
him
it back in there.
So showing the Japanese a thing or two about freak show fights, we had the UR fights,
So dumb.
which happened at the Celebrity Theater in Phoenix, Arizona.
I like when you they brought it up earlier Monday morning on the Rock Show, and Joey was like, "That happened already?" I mean, we were talking about it, but that happened
done?
already.
It's over?
Roy Jones Jr. knocked the shit out of some MMA fighter. Beat Byron Phillips KO right hook 2 minutes and 30 seconds of round 2.
Did anybody else think that was going any other way?
No.
No.
Not at all.
Well, George did. George thinks that he would have beat Roy Jones Jr. instead of a round.
No, even the commission was like, you can't just beat a fan up.
That's why they had to make it a fighter.
But still, they're like, Roy, we know what you want to do.
We know you need to pay your taxes, bro.
Yeah, but you can't just beat the shit out of somebody.
No, my partner George is convinced he would have won.
Oh, I would have loved to seen that.
I would pay to see that.
If George would have showed up Saturday, we could have seen it. Him against Wilson? Him and Wilson?
Oh, man, I was hoping
In the
to see
cage.
In the cage.
I was hoping to see that, too.
Oh, that'd been awesome.
Wanted to see some video.
Rey Mysterio defeated Kurt Angle with the help of
No
Riff Raff.
foreign objects?
But Riff Raff helped.
But Riff Raff. Okay.
You knew that was going to happen.
Chael Sonnen and Michael Bisping ended in a draw.
Both of them realized they didn't know how to finish a fight.
And Dan Severn was supposed to fight Tank Abbott. Tank Abbott could not pass his physical.
Shocker.
So instead, Shannon Rich defeated Marvick Harvey.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know who Shannon Rich is.
But Dan Severn was still there signing autographs for everybody.
Nice.
Good for him. Good guy.
Yeah, he's got an interview on our site too. Did it with Eric from My MMA News, and it's on our site right now.
Who, Severn did?
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see. Ultimate Fighter is going to be starting on 4/20.
Yay!
I'll see how much I remember the next day to talk to you guys about.
What?
Yay.
What?
Joanna Jacek
Like the
against
time-
Claudia Gadea.
Dodge was supposed to come over, but he was so high that 4.5 hours later, he realized he still hadn't left his house yet.
I was still on the couch.
Dude, where the fuck are you? Oh my god, I'm so high.
So
right now.
high. He's so irie.
Well, it was. We were gonna come. I was gonna come over, and it's like, all right, but we're gonna smoke first. Cool. And in my room, it's like, should we get something to eat? I'm like, yes. 3 hours later, he comes out of his room and he's like, hey, are we getting something to eat? And I was like, yeah, you were. What time is it? Why is it dark outside? Oh shit, I was supposed to go to Joey's house. Joey, I'm not gonna make it.
We were all drunk and figured you weren't coming over anyway. It's all good. So Joanna Jacek is going up against
Claudia Gadea.
Claudia Gadea. All
This
right.
will be. They're gonna be the coaches in the. And apparently they got in a legit fight at the last day of filming.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they were at each other's throat, I guess, through the whole time.
Yeah. And this is
she
both-
hates her.
Yeah, there's going to be both women and men on this season again.
Yeah.
All right.
So should be an interesting season.
Like Adelia was just like, I really don't know what her problem. And like Jezrejek's like, I fucking hate her.
I'm going to kill her.
I hope she would just die.
Jesus.
Yo Romero got his USADA suspension. However, he's decided he is going to appeal and go to arbitration.
Well, I mean, should always exhaust all of your resources before you just
First
overtake
guy
it.
so far since the new process to try to take it to
He's the first one to appeal it.
appeal.
Oh, okay.
Everybody else is like, yep, I got caught.
Nick Diaz wasn't.
Nope. That was before the USADA.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there hasn't been anybody who's appealed that hasn't won, either got a reduction or won something, right?
Right.
Right.
Seems like it.
Andrei Arlovsky recently did an interview talking about his upcoming fight against Overeem. Now, mind you, they are both Greg Jackson fighters now.
But they're not friends.
They are not friends. This fight is going down UFC 87 May 8th in Rotterdam, Netherlands. Andrei Arlovsky, man, just went off like the deep end with like cursing like crazy. It cracks me up to hear this interview.
Really?
They asked him if he had an issue with the fight, or if he asked if did he ask for the fight? Fuck no. Exact quote. Overeem just called Joe Silva and begged him over and over to fight me in his hometown. UFC called my manager, and told me Overeem wanted to fight me in Rotterdam. I said no fucking problem. It's weird, but for me it isn't weird because I don't give a fuck.
All right.
He won't
Nate.
have Coach Winklejohn or Greg Jackson as the coaches, so it's no help to him. So I'm fine with it.
I'm thinking he just got done watching like a Nate Diaz interview.
Yeah, this is what it really seems like.
He channeled his inner Nate.
He said, listen, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people booing me except for people that will come from Russia or Belarus to support me. But I'm sure there will be people that are fucking booing me. It's all good. I'm very excited. Overeem is in my fucking way. I will do everything possible to smash him, and that's it, period.
I don't give a fuck.
Right? That's seriously what it seems like. Like,
Yeah, thanks, Connor and Nate. Now everybody is going to be saying fuck, especially the foreign fighters that understand that we can't say it on American TV. Every foreign fighter is going to be throwing.
I wonder at one point, do they
I'd like to give a shout out to Babushkas.
Is it going to be like Can't Hardly Wait, where they're just going to like tell the foreign guy what to say, and he'd be like, I am sex machine. Like, thumbs up, nodding, and they're like, fuck.
How do you feel about this win over blah blah blah? I am fuck. You know, fuck me, fuck.
I mean, that's like, remember when Vanderlei came over to
I want to fuck Chuck.
I want to fuck the Chuck. I mean, fuck up. I mean, fight Chuck.
Damn it. Whatever. Yeah. In the UFC, we don't vote him off.
We beat him off.
beat him off.
That came
Which
out
is
wrong.
so hard to find anywhere. The UFC has scrubbed that from the annals of the internet. I swear to God, dude.
Thank God I have the DVD.
Do you have it? I swear to God, man. You try to look it up. You can find a YouTube video, but it's like somebody recording it from the TV onto their shitty fucking...
They have to.
Their shitty BlackBerry. That's all it is.
It's like, I'm going to take a screenshot of my phone that's recorded it on the TV.
Pretty
Like,
much.
it's like triple.
It's like video inception.
Oh, yeah. Well, like, we had 3 Stockton Slap videos on our site, right?
Taken down.
They all got scrubbed.
Yeah.
Really?
Not even to the point where, like, usually you get the thing where this is, like, you can't get it anymore.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get that. They're completely gone. Like
Counts are gone.
Like there was never even a post.
Like the accounts got deleted?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nah.
And
Why
then
doesn't the UFC understand it's free publicity for them? Jesus.
biggest news to come out of last week, actually earlier this week,
Yeah.
which was interesting for me to watch.
It was interesting to read. What
I
the
sat
fuck?
there and watched it live because they put this on a live stream. It was 3 hours long.
It scares the hell out of me.
3 hour tour.
It is scary because these people are making choices for people in their life.
So what we're talking about
Terrifying.
is that the New York State Assembly had got together to talk about the bill to pass and regulate mixed martial arts in the state of New York
Right.
Which we've been trying to do
for
forever.
a long time.
New York being the last holdout state.
The
Which
last
already
state-
has boxing.
Yep, already has kickboxing.
Already has kickboxing.
Last holdout state,
It has every art that's in.
mixed martial
Mixed
arts. Every
martial
single
arts.
one of them. And just
God, I remember Ariel Helwani went to like the boxing commissioner in New
Yep.
York and asked him about mixed martial arts, and that guy just did nothing but talk shit about the sport.
Yep. And that's the thing. So they all got to voice their opinion, which took 2.5 hours. And then they got to vote, in which, when they're like, oh, now we're going to bring it to a vote. I'm like, oh, thank God, just tally the votes. And they're like, but before we tally the votes, every person can vote yay or nay and give a reason why they're voting,
Yeah.
which then took another half hour to an hour. But it did pass. So we do have mixed martial arts.
113 to 25.
But let's look at some of the statements that were made. These are actual representatives from New York. Daniel O'Donnell, who just happens to be the brother of Rosie O'Donnell, says...
Oh, no shit?
Yeah, legit.
Who is also gay, right?
Who is also gay. He says, I should really like it. You have two nearly naked hot men rolling on top of one another, trying to dominate each other. Just in case you don't know, that's gay porn with a different ending.
Honestly, okay, just this statement alone. Is this a professional statement? Is this a statement that a professional man should be making in his job as a House of Representative?
I don't think so, but I mean, maybe they keep it light in the state assembly. I have no idea.
Oh, is that a joke at the gay people?
Keeping it
A
light?
little light in the loafers.
You made that fucking linear.
I'm just
structure.
saying.
Charles Barron
Well,
says...
can we just back up for a second? Kind of a small coincidence here that Mr. O'Donnell, one of his highest donors, is also the Restaurant Union of New York.
The culinary. Yeah.
Interesting.
Very interesting. And I'm pretty sure if you were to look up these other people that were
Charles-
Yeah,
assemblymen
they're
as well.
25.
Charles Barron
Yeah.
says, this one, throwing two people in a cage, personally, as an African American, we've been in cages fighting on the plantations and other places, and people bite off each other's ears and do all kinds of things until they regulated that made it something different. But throwing two human beings in a cage, and you know how you used to say our neighborhoods, how you should have a fair fight, even when a man is knocked down. When I grew up, you're supposed to step back, let him get up, and let's start all over again. This one, you can pounce on him, beat him to his or brains out while they are on the floor, choke them, and then you know how I feel about the chokehold in New York City. Put them in a chokehold, and the ref has to be determining whether he got choked enough or she got choked enough.
Oh, is that about I Can't Breathe?
Yeah, that's exactly what it's about. Well, I'm so glad that all these people can make these statements without any evidence from any of the other 49 states that have had this regulated for years to support their statements.
Angela
We
Wozniak
did
says,
have one guy die.
right now, a registered sex offender could own an MMA school. They could teach that in a facility, and we can't be naive to the fact that these people target these schools. They know what they're doing. They know if they're teaching a child. They can put the child in a situation where they're doing a maneuver, perhaps to touch them in a way that the child might not even realize they're being touched.
Right, Boy Scouts?
Wow, Wozniak.
Right?
I wonder who your donors are as well. We should look
Yeah,
that one up.
right? Right? Because you guys don't have Boy Scouts in your state, right?
Catherine Nolan says,
Going back to the guy who's saying about African American in plantations fighting each other and biting off their ears. Who the fuck was Mike Tyson in a regulated bout? A regulated bout bit off a motherfucker's ear. So I don't. This is stupid. You guys are all dumb.
And that guy didn't even move here from Africa. I don't know how he can say African American.
I don't know.
Catherine Nolan says a real person, perhaps being from a poor background, finding his or her way out of that background, the only way they know how is with their fists. A person who is easily exploited, perhaps because they don't have the education, who looks for that one in $1 million.
Right, Rich Franklin?
Did you hear that? That was a direct reference to the Duke boys.
Right, Rich Franklin?
The only way they know how.
who's a mathematical instructor and has his master's degree in math, right?
Shane Carwin.
Shane Carwin,
Carwin
who is an
engineer.
engineer.
Yeah.
Obviously, you guys are not intelligent at all. Sure. Again, unsubstantiated statements made by your state assembly people.
Deborah Glick says, I understand this is very, very popular with folks, but there are many things that people might enjoy that we do not actually think are a good thing. I was quoted as saying, if we wanted to charge a fee for public hanging, there would be regrettably some segment of our society that would actually show up, but we don't do that.
Oh, we've already proven in the state of California that if they did the death penalty by pay-per-view, it would pay for itself.
Mm-hmm. I'd watch it.
Which is why they don't do it.
Absolutely insane, some of the things that were coming out
It's
of.
inconceivable is what it is.
Dude, these people, if you're in New York, think about these people when it's
that
time
are
to vote
representing
again.
your district.
Yeah. Think about them when it's time to vote again, because they are making completely unsubstantiated statements that are just ludicrous and completely out of control.
There were a lot of good ones as well.
Yeah.
There were a lot of guys that were in support of the support and actually had actual facts and actual things to back them up, including reports like the Cleveland Medical Journal, who talked about that boxing has a substantial amount more head injuries and concussions and CT brain injuries than mixed martial arts. Like, there's a lot of guys that actually had some of these things. There was guys that was like, look, my neighborhood is really, really, bad, and I'm looking for any way that I can get these kids off the street. And if I have an after-school program that's going to teach mixed martial arts and honor and respect, I am more for that. I want more things that I can do. There was a lot of representatives that were still for it, but the 25 was a little crazy with the things that they were using.
And coming from us, I mean, we have the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals here. And if we think your people are bad, it's bad.
I think that you guys should really look into these assembly people when it comes to time to vote again, and you should really look to see who's being backed by the culinary union and who is making these ridiculous statements about mixed martial arts. Because think about how much money, New York, they've taken away from your communities over the last 15 years by not letting you guys have these events. How much money have your restaurants missed out on? How much money have your hotels missed out on? How much money has your tourism missed out on because of these people who were so against it to begin with, when every other state was fine with it?
113 to 25, it did pass. Now it still has to go to the governor to sign.
Is this the guy who banned soda? So we're still fucked then.
Andrew Cuomo? No, I think that was the previous guy.
Was it Bloomberg or something like that?
Yeah.
So this isn't the guy who fucking banned 32-ounce sodas.
I don't think so.
I don't think he banned it. It was a tax, right?
No, I think he tried to ban like 32 ounces. I was like, you can't get any more than a 20-ounce soda.
Yeah, but you could buy 3 8-ounces.
You could buy 3 8-ounces and you're good. No, I swear it's for my 2 friends outside, man.
Yeah, that's okay.
He says, Lorenzo Fertitta said the very first event will happen in New York at Madison Square Garden for the UFC, and they plan to expand to Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse, Utica, Albany, and Brooklyn. We are excited. They're planning to put on at least 4 events per year in the next 3 years in New York.
You know who is not happy about this?
Jersey?
Las Vegas.
Probably.
Yeah, Las Vegas just at least cut their business in half.
But it's the hotel that they usually do it at belongs to the Fertittas anyway, right?
Not necessarily. MGM doesn't belong to them.
No, but it's like you said. There's so much other money generated when they come into town.
Of course, yeah. There's always shit going on in Las Vegas, though, man. That's why, like, the big 48 Hours festival couldn't survive there. They did it 2 years and quit because everybody who's in Vegas is in Vegas for Vegas
for other
shit,
things,
right?
Not to go to a concert, or people go there to go to the concert and they get so fucking drunk and don't show up.
And the UFC headquarters is being built in Vegas, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we could go over, let's see, UFC Fight Night Hunt versus Mir, which happened in Australia.
85.
Yeah, dude, this is ultimate for me. I was at a Looney Bin party and UFC.
Nice.
You guys had it on?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
Long night prelim card on Fight Pass was Alan Patrick up against Damian Brown, which went to a decision. So did Ross Pearson up against Chad Laprise. Pearson and Patrick both walked away victorious with decisions. 2 more decisions followed on your prelim card, with Viscardi Andrade getting a win over Richard Walsh, and then Leslie Smith beating Rin Nakai. Then your first submission of the night came at the hands of Dan Hooker.
Cinched it in.
Over Mark Ediva with a guillotine.
Rin Nakai, I think, just going back to that fight right before that, she's just a little short. She's like Jeff Monson in her division. She's 5'1", 135 pounds of just thighs.
Wow.
And quads.
Is she a kickboxer?
And, yes, she was a Muay Thai kickboxer before this.
I don't even think she could get you in a body lock. Her thighs wouldn't allow it.
Yeah.
There's websites that pay for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Big thighs.
And she looks like she's the type that she would oblige.
Yeah. Oh,
maybe she can make some money there then. Just squeezing dudes' heads.
Yeah, she's the one who does all the dress up stuff, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she'd make a ton of money. Tons of money. It's not even sex. It's just squeezing dudes' heads with your thighs,
or standing on them, or something.
Or something like that. And then you got another finish with the TKO. Alan Jabuan getting a win over Brendan O'Reilly. Moving on to your main card now, which is also on Fox Sports 1. Beck Rawlings kicked it off with Sohee Ham getting a decision over her.
And as much as Beck, I love you. I do. You know we back you all the way. But I'm not so sure you really got this one.
Well, two of the judges
It
had
should
it
have been a
30-27.
split, I think, in my opinion.
It
Should
was
have been
so
a split.
close. I mean, their boxing was on point.
Yeah.
These two girls played exchange for a while.
Siho Ham normally fights at atom weight, by the way.
Oh, wow.
So she was definitely a tiny girl, and
That's
she
105,
was
right?
Yeah, she was in and out, constantly peppering Beck in the face.
Yeah.
It was tough. It was tough. But I mean, they could say that it went to the hometown girl. It was a pretty close fight. Maybe I'd have to go back and watch it.
And then after that, you had Steve Bozé going up against James Tahuna, gets a KO win in 52 seconds of the first round.
Former hockey goon, man, taking it to Tahuna.
That's crazy.
That's what it looked like. It looked like a hockey fight.
That's crazy. Tahuna getting KO'd. And then Tahuna,
50 seconds.
Tahuna can take a punch, too. So I kind of wonder how.
Well, not this punch.
Not this punch. I wonder what Steve Bozé has behind it. Is this his first fight?
No, he's fought a few times.
Yeah.
All right, Dan Kelly went up against Antonio Carlos Jr. Dan Kelly also gets the TKO.
This was surprising to me. I've had Junior winning this fight the whole way, but good for Dan Kelly.
Yeah. And Jake Matthews also got a submission win over Johnny Cage with a rear naked choke. Neil Magny took out Hector Lombard for the first time in Hector Lombard's career. Somebody finished him. 36 seconds of the third round.
If the crowd would have had white towels, it would have rained white towels.
It should have ended in the second round. I mean, I will give it to Neil Magny. Surviving the first round of Hector Lombard was pretty impressive.
Well, that's what won it for him.
And then...
I think that's what won it for him, man, because Lombard just gassed out.
Oh, yeah, he totally gassed out after the first, but then having him flattened out and pounded out for an entire round. Why the ref didn't stop? If there was another ref, Mark Goddard was cage side, and there's gifs of him online right now of his horrified face looking at the other ref like, I'm going to jump in and stop this fight if you don't.
So I told Dodge he was texting him, dude, you need to stop this fight. Dude, you should stop this fight. You need to stop the fight, man.
At what point do you stop the fight? I think there was something like 143 ground strikes, and like 100 of them were unanswered.
Really?
It was absolutely insane.
There needs to be some form of consistency about when you call a fight, because we got these other fights where a guy doesn't.
Well, you can say that all you want, but because there's so many different refs that go in and out of there, you're never going to get that consistency. That comes with experience, and that's why the more experienced guys like Herb Dean are the best in the game, and they still mess up.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't seen. There hasn't been one guy that hasn't messed up in the last 5 years.
Of course,
right?
Except for Big John. He's
No,
flawless.
John's had a couple.
You shut your mouth, Dennis.
Early stoppages. I think John's had a couple early stoppages.
Because he wants to go home and eat, man.
I know.
And your main event, of course, is Mark Hunt versus Frank Mir. Mark Hunt getting a big walk-off home run.
Jesus.
Yeah. People saying that the fight shouldn't have been stopped.
Didn't you take Mir?
Did I take Mir?
Yeah.
I always take anybody over Hunt.
Yeah.
I always take Mark Hunt.
I take anybody with a submission game over Hunt. But when I saw that Mir wasn't really going to try to fight, like when he did those lazy ass takedowns, and I was like, oh god, he's actually going to try to box. This is going to be bad.
I like his the message he put out to everybody is that I had a whole different plan. I planned to tire him out, and it didn't go that way.
Did not go that way.
Mark Hunt knocked you the fuck out.
Yeah, he wasn't looking at Mark Hunt when Mark Hunt stepped to the side.
It was in his
He
neck,
was
right?
looking at Mark. It was behind the ear.
Yeah.
Right behind the ear. He was looking at Mark Hunt where he used to be.
Yeah, exactly.
And thought he was still staring at Mark Hunt.
Yeah, that fight needed to be stopped. Like I said, though, I was comparing it to Bisping, saying, but Bisping wasn't out.
Yeah, Bisping wasn't out.
Mir was. Bisping wasn't. Whatever. So good for Mark Hunt, man. I mean, what are you gonna do? Like the guy says he has one more title run left in him.
Yeah. What about Frank Mir? What is he gonna do? Should he retire?
Commentate like
he used to in WEC?
Like Stan says, yeah. Brian Stan said, "Come over to the commentating table, man."
Yeah. Before you.
Do you really want to hear him?
Table is?
Yeah.
I don't even want to hear Stan either.
I like Brian Stan. I think he does a good job.
I like Frank Mir.
Frank Mir did a good job in WEC.
Yeah, he's a smart guy.
We can talk about Fox getting rid of Hawani.
Did they get rid of Hawani? Or did he quit?
Well,
there's conflicting reports. Nothing has been confirmed yet. He said Ariel Hawani said he will address the situation on Monday
on his
MMA
podcast,
which he's been working for MMAfighting.com now forever. That's where he started.
Right.
Still does his podcast on Mondays. Still does a show on Thursdays. He's still going to continue to do both of those
because I know we talk shit about him. We talk shit about him, and most of it's jealousy. But I mean,
he is leaving.
He's one of the best in the business.
He did leave Fox Sports. There are rumors he was forced out because he broke the story that the UFC is working on Nate Diaz versus Conor at UFC 200. To me, that's a bunch of bullshit. There's no way they're going to fire him for that because he's done that multiple times where he says, sources close to me say this is in the works. And then he always says it's not confirmed.
Right.
And it's just exactly what he said. I
Right.
listened. I mean, I've seen it over and over again. He said, sources close to me say that they do this about all kinds of fights. It doesn't say it's confirmed. And UFC fired him because he released it before they even got a chance. It's like, he didn't even say it was confirmed.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, we got on Twitter. We have a bunch of people. We got Flying Brian, who's dropping shit like that. Steph is always dropping shit like that. You know.
Yeah, but they don't work for Fox.
It doesn't matter.
But I think some of them do have ins at Fox, and some of them do have ins at the UFC.
But Fox and UFC can't do anything to them. They can let go Ariel Helwani.
I like that Nate did say when he was recently on UFC Tonight after, hey, where's Helwani at?
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to that guy, man. He's cool.
I like when he was on Fox. He told me, he's like, at first he thought that it was Chael Sonnen.
Chael Sonnen, he's like, why is Chael talking shit to me?
Why is he talking shit?
I thought we were cool.
I thought we were cool. And he goes, then I see you two guys, and he's like, I'm gonna slap the shit out of one of these guys. He's like, but we're cool now. And he's like, yeah, we're all right now. You know? He goes, but if you ever talk shit again,
that was good when he was on the Fox Sports Forum.
I missed that whole
He was
thing.
in a little thing, and he was saying, he's like, the problem with it is, I can hear you guys, but I can't see any of you. I can't see who I'm talking to. I can't see Conor.
He goes, and they make it look like we're sitting side by side. And he goes, we're no fucking where near each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like the fact that he says that it's not going to be, even if he agrees to it, because it's still not, people are saying like it's a done deal.
Oh, yeah.
And he readily admitted it's not a done deal.
It's not a done deal. It's
the
all
weight
about money.
the weight is not even set. He doesn't want it at 170 again because he don't want to hear the fucking excuses.
Yep.
He wants it. What did he say? He said
155.
155, right?
Yep. Yeah. I'm a 155 fighter. I want to fight at 155.
See, now I've heard from other sources that the contracts are already out to both camps.
It's possible, but it doesn't mean it's confirmed. Until both of them sign on the dotted line, there is nothing.
Yeah, because he also told somebody, I already got over $5 million. What's another $5 or $6 million?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Because he firmly believes that regardless, he's going to make a couple more million in the UFC, whether he fights McGregor or somebody else.
Yeah.
There was a fan that asked him, who would he rather fight? Would he rather fight Conor McGregor, RDA, or somebody else? And he goes, whatever the money fight is, I don't care.
Yeah.
I have to believe that there's a small part of him that wants that RDA fight. Because that's the one that kind of made him look bad.
Well, he said, though, too, he's like, I get it. Okay, Conor gets his rematch. I didn't get a rematch. I didn't get a rematch with anybody. I didn't get a rematch with any of my fights.
Yeah, and he wouldn't give Aldo, and Conor wouldn't give Aldo his rematch.
Yeah, and that's what Nate was saying. Aldo didn't get his rematch like he was supposed to, but Conor loses, all of a sudden he gets a rematch.
Yeah.
Sure, whatever, I get it. That's where the money's at, and that's what he's saying.
And it pisses me off that Dana says, we did offer Aldo. No, you offered Aldo after somebody had fallen out and he didn't have a full camp.
Right.
That's not giving somebody a rematch. That's like, hey, that girl I was going to take on a date didn't show up. How's your fat ass? You want to go?
Yeah, right.
You know?
I'm not ready, though.
I'm not ready, though.
Well, we got to be at dinner in 10 minutes, but it's going to take me an hour to get ready. Well, I guess you're out then. Sorry.
Yeah.
In other news, I'll be starting up at Fox Sports in a month. It's been fun. So that pretty much wraps up the episode of Split Decision this week. Thanks for listening. Of course, tell your friends. You can download us at anywhere you can download podcasts, whether it's Spreaker, Stitcher, SoundCloud, iTunes, iHeartRadio, or our website, splitdecisionmma.com. Follow us on Instagram at SD_MMA. Also Twitter, the same handle, and Facebook, Split Decision MMA Podcast. Thanks to StrongboardBalance.com, MyMMAnews.com. From the Ruloff Family Inc. Studios, it's Bueller and Dodge saying have a good night. We'll see you at the fights.
Added bonus, man. If you share us on any social media, you have the chance of winning yourself a strong board.
And me sending you a picture of my balls.
Taped to the strong board, so technically you can balance
Spay and neuter your animal.
I am neutered.